Alright, yo, what's happening? It's Smoking with Too Tall. Sitting across from me, introduce yourself, drop your socials.
I'm Jake.Is.Next, or known as JIN. I go by _Jake.Is.Next on IG. You can find me there. I don't really want to give up my Snapchat because a lot of people be weird on that shit.
Fair enough.
How y'all doing?
Alright, so why'd you switch your name from Jin to Jake.Is.Next?
I mean, it necessarily hasn't made like a full switch, but like it is Jake.Is.Next, but JIN is just like the short abbreviation for that.
Okay.
Because like just going everywhere and just hearing it nonstop, Jake.Is.Next, and then even people that like fuck with me and support me, but just hearing them be like, "Yo, Jake.Is.Next," it's like after a while it just became like cringy to hear. Like it's like are you like actually give me the support or throwing a shade, corny like kind of like joke about it. Like I started going by JIN because I feel like that's just like again short for like what everything I stand for, and I go Jake.Is.Next, so the two periods stay and it's just JIN, the first of everything, and I've just kind of rolled with that and I've liked that better honestly because like, and I love anime to it gave me that like kind of anime type name.
I was literally just gonna say that it sounds like some
that's
shit.
where I kind of was going with it, but still, nope, no one wants to really call me JIN. They could call me Jake.Is.Next, but I'm fine with either because I mean, love is love, and if you're saying whatever, even if it's hate, I'm still cool with it, I guess, because it's not my problem, it's their fucking problem.
So I saw on your Instagram, because we just said the anime shit, you shouted out like Akira Toriyama, the Dragon Ball Z creator who just died recently. What are some of your other like animes what are your favorite ones?
One Piece, my favorite anime. That's that fucking one right here. It's a big scene to like that was a key scene for me. Like it was about like again they're like pirates fucking and all friends and shit. They're all different opposite people. Not one of them really or do any of the same shit, but they're all together. And it was about like someone that he was going to take after like his captain's head, and then him Zoro, which is like the right hand man for him. Offered his own life to save his friends, and then he somehow survived, and they asked what happened, and he said nothing happened because he didn't want to make them worry. And like doing like just anime shit like that really clicks me in, and it's giving me more like life fucking lessons than anything I've ever really seen. Or just something simple like that. You put your friends above everything else, and then don't make them worry. But again, we're anime. I mean, I love fucking the DBZ, the One Piece, fucking Bleach. There's 7 Deadly Sins. There's a fucking My Hero. There's just I love everything. To a lot of people get mad at me because like a lot of people like pick and choose what they like, but just like for me, I don't have a stipulation of what I want. I just take into account if someone else is creating it through their mind, and they have a different output. So it's like it's hard to hate something, even like music. There's nothing I can't really say I don't like, even if I don't like. It's like that's a selfish opinion coming from myself who has his own personal taste to where I could hate it, but then that person's fucking getting millions of views to where my opinion means nothing.
Right.
To where, and again, I mean, but yeah, that's just, I mean, how life is, and I love fucking everything like that because it makes fucking people meet me like personally. It's helped me a lot and just made me feel more one with my friends and everything because I used to be a piece of shit. Like to a lot of people, and now I think like from 4 years later, I'm a pretty decent human, and it's kind of cringy to say, but a lot of it's because of anime and just made me see like what I used to be, and it's easy to just fucking make a change and belittle yourself and make selfish fucking lies to act like you're the main character and they're all the victim and you're not like fucking hurt.
I peeped that you had an Akira visualizer, I believe it was, or someone made it for you.
Yeah, shout out Colin Masala. He's someone that again like not really in like this kind of music scene like that, but he loves anime and like makes like little anime cut edits. So I thought to him like I seen this shit and I was like, hey, like we should do this shit together. He actually hit me up first, but then like that was when he was starting. But like I was like just tossing out animes that like I loved and like certain like things that I liked, and then I just send him the shit through like Google Drive, and he would just make that shit, and it took like almost a year, but like after that, like he just started pumping out better and better shit, and I'd start posting it. And people like that honestly more than like the music videos I drop, because a lot of people fuck with the animes and shit, and they gravitate towards them. Plus, I made sure like the anime portrayed in the trailers match like the vibe of my music, and I feel like that's what also helped me out with a lot of like just the love that I got from that shit. because I realized I seen like a lot, like the niche of it, and a lot of people really fuck with that stuff, and I see now they gravitated more than that than me shooting an actual 4K video. I'm paying $500 fucking for it,
right.
Which is kind of crazy. It's all like just, it's weird how like the world works. Everything's just like, it's just the right time and place and what's something like other people can capture, because you can make a fucking blow up off a $200 fucking video,
right.
But then I could have shot 6 fucking videos that was with someone that's been with celebrities and shot for only $1,000 minimum and get nothing out of it. And I've seen that multiple times for myself.
And I peeped that you have like a lot of rune type of tattoos and shit. What are those?
A lot of Viking tats, because like that's kind of like more like my heritage, I say. To where like, again, like where people like they're Christian, like it's a joke to them, but like for me it's like that's like my background, like a Viking type shit, and I just really fucking love and was tied into that, and just have that, like for me it's like the warrior spirit to just keep on fighting, just keep going, no matter how hard like we're hurting. Just fight hard and fight for the people you care about. And again, just we're just growing up through a lot of the Greek mythology, just seeing it, it really sparked something since I was a kid and made me just like feel like that was like a home in a sense.
You ever watch Vinland Saga then?
Yeah, and that hit me hard too, because that's like, you know, I said to you, like I used to be a piece of shit. When I grew up, I was treated like a piece of shit, and all I fucking thought of is I used my anger and thought I had to be the best, baddest, fucking meanest person. And then I got to the point where, when again at that age, you hit a point growing up through puberty that your own mental changes, and you see what you're doing and like the facets of what it could end up like and how you make people feel, and you get that your intuition, your mind, and you actually get to think for yourself. And then I got to realize, like, damn, I used to be wrestling, just like destroying kids. That, like, to me, I started fucking in 8th grade, where these kids have been doing it their whole life, and I like will lose a match and I won't be sad at all. I'll just be kind of pissed off I lost because I think I'm a pussy for it. But then I'll beat a kid that's a state champion, did it his whole life, and the kid starts bawling his eyes out, yet he's like a fucking warrior, titan. And then I'm sitting there like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. Then just like seeing that is what like kind of cracked me. It's like Vinland Saga, going from just destroying everyone, not caring about anyone, and what it would make them feel like, to then I remember that one time, like, just seeing a kid crying his eyes out, and it was way tougher than I ever could be. And then it just broke me. I was just like, dude, I don't want to make people feel this fucking way ever. To where now, like, again, I've been in fights a lot, but I don't say I'm not tough, because, like, I know I am, but I don't want to do that. Yeah. It's like, again, like, Vinland Saga, I'm right now, I'm like season 2 Vinland Saga. Like Thorfinn, like, don't want to fight, I just want to find peace and have love for everyone. To where it's like, even if you have a problem with me, I'm the type, like Dragon Ball Z too, like I am the type that's like, I want to make you like me. Not make you, but I want to show you that, like, I'm not a bad person. You don't have to hate everyone or let your trauma and your own mental, like, make you feel that you can't trust certain people, or like they have to give you years of their life till you actually like fuck with them. Mm-hmm. I've seen that, for example, or like people that were the biggest piece of shit bullies, and all they ever needed was someone to not tell them like you're a fucking piece of shit, or just be like, bro, it's okay, like you're okay. And that's a lot of people only needed that to change their whole fucking life. And I've done that for a lot of people that don't do anything like music wise, and no one will ever know them really in their name, but like I know them, and like they work a 9 to 5, like to them, like that means more than anything. Just a simple action of me being present, or a friend, to where it's like, damn, they couldn't even go to their own family in flesh and blood to come to someone that they haven't even known for a year or two, which is wild to me.
And so tell me about the I Am Enough tattoo that you got like right here.
I got that because fucking through my life, it's not been anyone's fault, but I've been through a lot of fucked up shit, or like found love and been treated greatly, to then like finally feel like finally I got that. To then them fucking feel like, again, they fucking pulled the mask off and it was a demon, and then leave me by myself or make me seem like I'm this piece of shit, or and this and that. To then I just had to, like, again, got to a real bad low, to where right before I started just again getting into music again, I was just like, I have nothing, blah blah. And then I was just like, I kept saying to myself in the mirror every night, I am enough, I am enough, I am enough, to stop myself from the shitty fucked up thoughts. But then didn't have the tattoo, and because I didn't have the money or the job and none of that, but then 2 years later got the tattoo and did it to now everyone, like a lot of people fucking joke on me about it too, but that's again, it proves my point to where I have it there to everyone looks at me and they're like, I am enough, yeah, I'm enough. And I'm like, yeah. And that's exactly why I do it, because again, I have this to say I am enough, and you'll see that, and then joke about it to me, and still like not think deeply into like I got this because I have to read this to myself every day to tell myself I'm enough, even though I still don't think I am.
Right, in a way, it's like proving your point.
Yeah. Exactly. Like again, but then I still have an army, and that's what sucks too, because I have an army of people that love me and support me, but they'll be the same ones that like, but then I feel like an asshole, and that's what makes me sad too. Is like, because I want to believe you, but then again, that's all I've known is that belittlement to then even again that one person saying that bad shit. I'm like proves my own point to then I don't even want to listen to them because I'm like, all it takes for you to see the real side of me before y'all leave me, just like everyone else. To like even again like right now, everyone says they love me. I'm the most genuine person, but I'm like, but not one of y'all fucking hit me up to chill, fuck with me like. On that, it's like y'all love me because I'm the one that checks in. I make sure y'all good. I'm actually present in y'all life.
Right.
To where it's like, but then when I fucking just take even a few days or a week or two to sit back, not a single one of them hits me up. Or if they do hit me up, they're like thinking something really wrong happened. Or I'm like, so you have no faith in me. You think it's like almost like a slice of it's like. Right. You can't even hit me up, but then you're gonna wait that long, but then hit me up like I'm that weak, like I'm gonna do something to myself or some shit. Where it's just kind of funny how the world is right now, to where people will watch everything you do on media, but not again be present in your life, but watch everything and make their own story of who you are based off of what you post.
Right, and then they're trying to show love when you're at like your lowest and shit, or not even when you're at your lowest, when you're past that point of being your lowest. Yeah, yeah.
I've been at that point where again. Cringy as fuck to say it, but fucking, we've all been suicidal, went through bad breakups, fucking felt so alone. Gone to friends, said how I felt. Motherfuckers look me in my face and go, bro, stop acting like a female, bro. Like, you making me look bad posting this shit, blah, blah. Then the same ones, like a year or two, like later, be like, bro, I love you. Like, around other people that actually were like, yo, what's up with you? Then they'd fake and be like, yo, like, I love you, man. Like, you know, like, I'm like, bro, you the same one that I'm like, my fucking final day, I thought, gave me like something that made me should have done it, but I still didn't do it. Dude, it's like it's my own willpower, but a lot of people too now say to me like, yo, you gotta stop being like that kind, like be selfish, you have to be. I'm like, no, I don't. And that's why I say I'm like the Robin Williams of this generation, because like, yes, you should be selfish, but bro, like, look where it's gotten everybody. Everyone that be selfish, they do it for little achievements, to then be alone and lose quality friendships and real life fucking like memories just for a small little thing to it's like, but if y'all did it collectively together, y'all would win way more and do like greater things. So it just made no sense to me for a while lately.
And it's funny you say that, because I knew this kid, he was a character, right? This guy will never be on this podcast ever, but he and I would talk about like humanity a lot and about like similar things that you were just going over. And he would always advocate that what if there was a society that completely like separated itself from the rest of like the world or whatever, like whether it be like buy a piece of land and then build like a society or whatever. But every time we would talk about like a hypothetical situation like that, we'd always run into like these human problems. It's like, oh, we could do the society, but somebody's gonna want to eventually take over the society on some Griffith-esque type of shit. Yeah. And so I always would bring up the point, there's never been a society in which the person ruling it wanted their people to overturn the government and take over it, and in a sense sacrificing themselves for the betterment of the people to the utmost like sense of that. So I don't know, just interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but it's kind of true, yeah. But even too, yeah, to even like we look at a lot of our friends too, to where that's why I say to them, a lot of my friends think it's a joke, to like, even like I've been in group chats with homies to where they'll literally like, you know, like talking shit like blah blah, like cool fun games with friends. But like I've seen the shit where like it actually gets deep and they start saying fucked up shit and like fighting. To then I look at them and they get mad at me when I don't want to hang out with them when it blows over. And I'm like, nah, because look at us, like technically, like it's like, think about it back in the day. This is our territory and our fucking kingdom. Right. If y'all fighting amongst yourselves over scraps, what the like we look like fucking like younglings and fucking little children to the other people, because they're fucking, again, they're building their shit up high to where y'all fighting about yourselves over side comments and lies that you're making up against each other. So it just makes us look fucking stupid.
Yes.
Like, if y'all can fight amongst yourselves and call yourselves boys, how are we gonna fucking fight fucking someone else or call ourselves better than other dudes if, like, y'all literally again trying to like destroy each other's shit or bring up personal stuff when your feelings get a little bit hurt.
Right, it gets Lord of the Flies real fucking quick if we keep doing that shit. And it's like, the whole point, at least the way I look at it, I've always kind of looked at myself as like on some king type shit, like to go off of your example. And it's like,
and for me, mine was the opposite though. I never looked at myself as a king type shit, and that's what people get mad about because they say I'm mad giant. So I go, I'm like the right hand of the king.
But the point of a king is to bring up their people. You're supposed to elevate your people and make them better. You're not supposed, like, every person I run into and I do business with, I'm always trying to elevate them up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
And I'm in the same way too, but for me, I've grown to learn that, like, I'm very great speaking and know, like, what to say, and I also know, like, what to do, but I also don't follow my own words, so I feel like I'm a liar and I can't call myself a king or a leader if I know and I'm implementing people to be better, but then behind the scenes drinking like crazy, fucking feeling all the pain, but also then being the best person to everyone else, but then to me being like shit. To where I've got that thing where I say, they'll be like, you're the king, and I'm like, no, like, I'm your servant. Like, I'm great as hell, but the thing is, I need to be great because you're the one that's the greatness, and it's gonna be trained to be better for everyone else. And I'm taking all the pain and the battles to be the strong one because to fight for you. To again, I'm the most fucking destroyed person. I'm not better than you. I'm the drinker, the smoker, the fucked up one, the sad one, the angry one. But I'm gonna be the one that makes sure that I don't do nothing to you, and I protect you. And that's saying with all my friends to where, like, I give them all the best advice and up-talk them, but I'm the one that's fucking battered, bruised, and destroyed every fucking week. And to where, again, a lot of people are like, you're the king. Like, no, I'm not. I'm the one that is here to make sure you guys see your true selves and the betterness of yourself. To the same point, I kind of want the same thing, but I know that I've had it already, but I just can't get past my own demons in mind to just make the change. I'll still, again, today drinking at fucking 11 a.m. drinking before you, but I'm still not and people look at me like that's a bad thing, but I'm still an amazing human being, great dude, and it's just my own shit I do to myself. I don't put that on anyone else. Right,
but that's where a lot of like occult philosophy would come in from that. Like, there's a lot of philosophy that says like everyone is a star. Kendrick Lamar, for example. Let's take Kendrick Lamar as an example. From To Pimp a Butterfly to Mr. Morales. Like, he talks about, like, not idolizing him. He's just a man. He has these problems with himself, like being a sex addict or whatever he talks about in the music and shit. And he has a song on To Pimp a Butterfly where it's like, every is a star. And that whole concept is based off of a Golden Mythic Dawn way of thinking, in which me and you both give off like a star, like we shine bright like stars and shit. Some stars and shit have their own like form of gravity and shit. Yeah. And so my form of gravity, when me and you are together in this room right now, our star is shining bright together because we're both collaborating on this podcast, for example.
Yeah, and it's not clashing. It's more like mending together like a DNA strand and like push and just twirling and pushing out more than just clashing and like dimming each other.
Exactly. You can either dim or you can shine brighter.
And to what you said, to her, that's what I mean to her. It's funny you say that because in most of my Instagram posts or anything I share, I'd be like, you're all stars, like I'm nothing.
Yes.
Because it's true. It's like people look up to me, but it's like, dude, if you all just didn't let people beat you down and you stopped doing your dream, like, you can still work your 9 to 5 and go after your hobbies and make something of it. So again, like, y'all think I'm doing great because I'm getting like, I'm around good people and clout type shit, but at the same point, I'm still hurting and dealing with my own demons to where I'm no better than you because I'm not you. To then they're trying to look into my perspective like, oh, he's doing cool shit. At the same point, you don't make music like I do. You don't like even the music I do, but you see me doing cool shit. But it's like, again, you can do the same thing if you just followed your own likings and did the same.
Exactly.
But to where a lot of my friends are the same thing with that, to where a lot of them don't do shit. And they need that one person just push them and go, stop, just fucking do it. Because so many people are used to going through life problems with someone saying, oh, get in the real world. Like, you need to think in reality this ain't going to pay your bills. and it happens fucking way more often than not. Like even like my own dad, like when I started making music, dude said I sounded like Ice JJ Fish.
Damn, yo. That's crazy.
I swear to God.
That's wild.
Said I sounded like Ice JJ Fish. And I wanted to stop, and then I kept doing it. Then now years later, he fucking loves it. But at the same point, he still is the same one that'd be like, oh, you getting paid for you doing this, you didn't get reality to it. It's like, dude, but that's what I mean. I'm struggling, I'm paying day, and the people think I'm doing great. Paying fucking like 1,300 in fucking bills for just that, then car insurance, phone bill, weed, food, fucking gas to work. Like, I'm dead broke doing this, and people think I'm doing great, but no, I'm struggling. I'm just trying to get to the next level to be able to sustain that. But it's hard work, and again, a lot of people don't realize it takes years and years of struggle and suffering until you can break through. As long as you don't quit, and I hope I can reach that, but we don't know. Because I'm not gonna type to be like, I'm the greatest, I'm gonna do this. Because again, I don't like contradicting myself, and I'm used to being let down. So I just want to put the work in and put my head down and believe in others and make them feel more achieved. And because that's what makes me feel good about myself. Because I can, no matter what I say to myself, I can't feel good about myself.
Yeah, and I agree with that. So, I peeped you had a couple of posts, specifically, you were at like some fashion event, and I noticed that the music you was playing was some Skyrim shit. And then I noticed another post that you had was another Skyrim post. Like, was it, have you always, oh, you got the fucking,
the Daedric dagger.
That is crazy, yo.
I just need to get the red in it.
That's cool, yo.
Daedric dagger, Skyrim, Elder
So what does Skyrim mean to you, or Elder Scrolls in general?
It just was a time in my life to like, it just felt like bliss. Like it released 11/11/11, and that's when like I was just like locked in with my friends, just like, and just for me again, I always loved the Viking shit and all like that type of
course,
those fucking like the Lord of the Rings, all that shit. So when it came out, like it was just like just being with friends. Where I was again had a hard life, where everyone has a hard life, no fucking worse than anyone else, but like that game just took me away from everything in life and all that to then be able to just play, talk with friends in an Xbox party and just grind something that like I actually fucking loved. And just I don't even know, like that game honestly essentially saved like my life when I was a kid. Like just something about it, like even still I still play it today. Like to where the DLCs and the fucking now I can do the fucking mods and all that, like. And
that sucks what happened with it though, with the mods and shit. Didn't they like completely crash, or like
some
they updated the game and stuff?
But they got for the next gen they have like this new legendary edition where you get everything like that they've had plus mods, and it works fine now.
Oh, okay.
But like like a year if you had like an old gen like Xbox or PlayStation, it all crashed and you couldn't work and like nothing. But yeah, but I mean again, still think from 2011 I still play that, and it's still crucial to, like, who, like, I wasn't, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like,
nah, I feel the same way about it.
It's not really a game like, it says who I am, but it's just something that, like, brought something out of me when I thought that, like, nothing could. And it was just a good game. I mean, anything I like, a good TV show, a good game, a good song could bring something out of you that you thought you fucking got rid of or didn't know you even could feel. And that's what it kind of did for me.
Did you have any other games that you fucked with? Or was that the main one?
Honestly, like, not like that. Yeah. But as a kid, it was like the PS2, WWE, SmackDown vs. Raw. That shit was like something for me too. Like just because like growing up with wrestling, like in my for my age, like it was like the best time for me in that era. With the Hardy Brothers, fucking. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane, fucking John Cena, Randy Orton, HBK. Like that was just a time for me. Again, it was just like another time. And then because my cousin was only a month older than me, we used to actually just fucking wrestle, and didn't know it was fucking fake. To like we would actually fucking beat the shit out of each other, like jump off tables and land like fucking right elbows to the face, like actually punch each other. And it was just something that like, again, like was just something that was a part of me that I feel like I'll never forget. That helped again made me and just think about it a lot in some weird way.
Well, I peeped that you was at that you were at some kind of boxing event. You were cheering on Shay Wilcox. Shay Wilcox.
Yep, shout out Shay. That's like I call him my cousin. He's not actually my cousin, but like through marriage, like we're a family.
Okay, yeah.
And all plus, and like they're all from Everett, and his fucking dad Dennis is one of the greatest dads like in the fucking world. He's fucking trained his son Jake and Shay, because Shay has an older brother, Jake Wilcox.
Yeah.
Plays for Brown University.
Okay.
Fucking one of the best football players to fucking watch in like college and Ivy League, where it's like he's not just playing for like to go like draft and get the big bucks. Like he's fucking smart, intelligent, works his ass off, and is playing the right cards. And same with Shay, like, and Shay's phenomenal boxer, and they get trained by his own dad, like, and just shit like that. I mean, it feels great to support like my own family and people I call family that have been around me for like life, to then see how great they're doing. It like puts a spark underneath my own feet to know like I am doing nothing in the football or fighting shit, but like it's a different aspect that's like can reach that stardom, celebrity type status. So it's just like I feel like that puts like a fucking jet underneath my foot to be like I need to fucking get there with y'all, match y'all, and be there before y'all, because they're years younger than me, but their hard work has put them fucking levels above what I could imagine myself at. To where, again, shout out Jake and Shay and Dennis. I fucking love y'all. Y'all are fucking amazing.
So, tell me about this upcoming fashion week that you got going on November 9th and November 10th. It's like Mass Fashion Week or something to that effect?
So November 9th, I'll be performing in the DCU Center in Worcester for Mass Fashion Week. So shout out to fucking Megan, and shout out Neff and all the designers there and people in there. But they invited me last year, and it was nothing but love and great fucking vibes, and they brought me in with open arms and invited me right back this year, to where I can't wait to just perform again for them. And then also November 10th, then that's back at Lawrence at the Vault, one of the crazy, most beautiful ass, like elegant event, like looking places there, which I can't wait to perform there. But that would be the fucking 10th, and I'm excited just to do it, because I think this was weird today. I mean, I keep getting lost in track. I probably sound like retarded on the fucking mic, but fucking there's just so much going to where I'm like, it's just still like kind of like a shock to where like I can't even believe I'm kind of like doing this shit, where people like want me in a way, because I'm used to like not getting attention, or even like some being around my best friends, even send you a text. So like then people that I'd never really know hit me up and asking me and saying I want you and I need you for this, where they're choosing me over people they could have chose thousands out of, which is pretty fucking good. And mostly now it doesn't come down to my music and how I sound. It comes down to who I am as a person, how I treat them. To where that's why they want me, because I show up early, I don't show up late. I fucking show love, I fucking comment, post, fucking whatever, and I show up for them, and I'm genuine to them. I don't give them problems. Even if people give me problems, I'm a bigger man to not let my ego get a hold of it and try to fight someone because they want to fucking talk to me wrong and I don't like it. It's like, we fucking need to be bigger than that. Right. Again, we're old enough to where everything's a business now. If we fight and do that shit, that's a quick arrest, and that can ruin fucking 6 months or a year of the next shit we want to do.
So, speaking of Neff, you had a music video with him. You did crop circles with him. Tell me how that came together.
He was just a dude I literally met through like popping out at Spigot River in Lawrence, and at first like we see each other like a lot, but like never really kind of clicked or like talked.
Right.
But once we finally talked and clicked, like it was just literally like we were saying here, like two stars just clicking and just shining brighter.
Yeah.
And like since then, like then we started clicking, hanging out, talking. It was just literally like it was like hanging out with a brother, like someone I've known my whole fucking life.
Right.
And then he just went to again with music videos, paying shit and having money. Like again, I have no fucking don't care about being looked at like I'm broke as shit. I fucking had to pay him like weekly, like $50 a week, and he was letting me do it to where we dropped the video, and like I still like, and I told him I wouldn't drop the video until I paid him for the whole thing. Or he still finished the whole video. We shot that in one night, finished it, edited in that same night. Like his work ethic is fucking insane, and to where even then doing it in that one night, asking me after that, yo, you see anything you want to change? And we did a little bit like minor changes, but even that was still fucking fantastic. And to think he only did that for like cheap for me, but at the same point, it makes me feel like shit because he deserves way more, and that's because he believes in me. But that's just someone too that didn't even know from fucking like around the corner for my entire life to then just in the blink of an eye become like a brother.
Right.
And then same with Zay too. He's from Michigan, and he's a fucking designer. I'm pretty sure Michigan. I don't know if I got that wrong, but he's a designer that I met through him too, and he's like a brother to me too. And fucking the other Zay, fucking, he's a rapper and he's fucking phenomenal, killing it, amazing, and he's become a great friend of mine as well. And all of them are fucking working their asses off, where I can say way more than me, to where I'm glad to be able to call them people like my boys and homies.
Okay, and tell me about, you dropped some shit with Delta Fade. It seems like you dropped several like projects with Delta Fade. The most recent one would be Way 2 as an EP with 9 tracks on it. Tell me a little bit about that.
What was it?
It was Way 2 with Delta Fade.
Yeah, Wild East Industry too.
Oh, okay.
That's what it stood for, because we do like, yeah,
because that came out 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
We that was fucking, that's what we did for that album release. To tell you what we were talking about earlier with the share.
You split it in half. Yeah. Okay.
We did that because again, we started music together. We started off making like dubstep music, and was doing like pretty like good known dubstep like maker at that time for being in like late middle school, like early high school. Then I kept saying to him, like, dude, like, we should, like, because he has an amazing voice. I knew that, and like I always wanted to fucking make music, and was only like comfortable to sing around him. So I was like, we should get a mic. The next thing you know, he got the Blue Yeti mic from Walmart, set it up on a cardboard box, and was singing. Next thing you know, started making shit, and he fucked with it. And then years later, we've got to where we are now, to like, we used to dream of even just being seen, to then now people like fucking hire us for shows, and that it's just like insane, to where, again, I'd be around like in studios and be around amazing people like shout out Kyle, Cold Spring Motel. He's fucking like doing shit for celebrities and mad shit, to then I'd be around him and he makes me sound great too, but like even again, but for me, like nothing beats being around like with Delta, like that's like my best friend, and like we've started everything together, to like I don't even have, like, as an engineer to him, like I don't need to like, because I don't know any music or what to say, what to change, and all that, to where with Delta I can just do it, and before I say anything, he's already changing it to exactly what I fucking thought it should be. And to think that he can sing too, to remesh very well in tracks, so fucking perfectly. It's just doing now is he's just been really fucking busy, and it's not his fault. He's the real world. He's fucking working in unions, not fucking, it's not easy. But like with that too, like that's why for me, I'm trying to make kind of like some solo music right now, so I can at least go perform some new shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I have a lot of booking and stuff, and I know like a lot of times he can't make it because with everything, but I've been just dying to get in the studio with him fucking and make some new shit, because I've made a lot of like great new tracks recently at other studios, but for me it's like I still want to get back to that like root and that natural raw fucking craze. Like when you're in the studio and you make a hit, you feel like you just,
feel
like,
it.
Yeah, you just get that raw, like that Hulk energy, like type shit.
I always say that feeling that you're describing is like the most addicting drug on this earth.
Yeah, well that's how it was. That's what sucked for me, is to where again, like a lot of my friends, again, they are all in the real world, and I am too, but like that shit, the music just came for everything, to like a lot of people, like whether it's the gym or go partying, like to the club, or like go on a trip for the weekend. I'm like, dude, I want to fucking sit in the studio all fucking night, to like.
Oh God.
And it's like, but at the same time, but if I can't do that. I've tried to do it, but if it's just something where I'm not getting the quality and the shit I like, it just completely kills me. Yeah. But to like where I'm like, I fucking feel like I couldn't sleep for a week and I'd be fine. Like I feel like I'm like a god when I start getting in there.
That's how I be feeling too. It's funny you say that.
And then yeah, it's fucking a great feeling.
It's the best feeling. So I peeped that you were at, what was it, Spigot River Brewery, and when you were trying some mellow cannabis, was it?
Yeah. So
tell me a little bit about that event.
Shout out Kayla Budd. She's a like one of the people like working up in with fucking what's it fucking called? I think it's called Mellow in Haverhill, like fucking
Mellow,
that
Mellow
fucking the dispensary.
Yep.
And they set up the event at Spigot for like a 420 event, which I didn't perform for that event, but performed like before. And but I went there and like I got a free ticket for her because of like performing, like showing up to them. But she and her and Mello, like they set up fucking amazing ass events to her. Again, it was just a night full of artists performing, fucking drinks, fucking food. Like people like with their own like desk and tents out doing like paintings or like their nails, or just again like setting up shit for their own art to propose. And then they had fucking like dispensary fucking edibles, like pens, wax, fucking like anything you could think of, giving out samples and just giving out stuff. And it was I still think it was probably like one of the best days that I've had in the last few years, because again, a lot of Lawrence always kind of gets a bad like rep.
A little bit, yeah.
But the love there is fucking unmatched. I feel
really
like
is,
they really bring in anyone to, again, like me, fucking white ass boy, like have nothing. They brought me with open arms and like treated me with nothing but fucking love and respect. To where like I had more like anime talks with fucking like thug looking dudes than any other person like you'd ever think of, and because again they get the bad rep and they're some of the most loving and heartwarming people you'd ever meet. Where it's just like, again, it's like same with Manchester. Like there's great people in Manchester too, but it's like they let the few fucking bad outweigh fucking that, and next you know everyone's a fucking crackhead or a thief or a piece of shit. Everyone gets a bad rep with everything, but there's so many great people out there that others just let one fucking small detail define the entirety of who someone is.
Well, the wheel of karma is always moving. It's a continuous cycle, so eventually people like me and you will change the perspective of, images and shit like that. So, speaking of weed and shit, like, do you prefer to roll up? Do you prefer the dab pens? Like, what's your favorite kind of strain? You like sativa, indica? How do you like to smoke?
For me, how I've like grown up, like I didn't really know the difference. To be honest, still don't really know the difference between sativa and like that shit. So, but I just smoke whatever. But I used to love bud growing up, but now when I smoked wax for like a few years and to now smoking bud to like I like it, but I never buy bud anymore. It's like it used to be only wax, but now it's only dab pens right now because like I just smoke so much fucking wax, so it's just like it's a hassle to always clean the rig and fucking.
Oh yeah, I can't do that shit. Fuck
yeah, and just like then the money, like sometimes it depends what kind of wax you get. It just fucking get messy, and then you could waste fucking good boards with. Or now I just got on the fucking dab bench. Again, I could be anywhere, like in a club, fucking at work, fucking wherever. Rip it real quick and feel the fucking nice, without smelling like anything.
Tell me about some of these like pieces that you're wearing.
All fucking like cheap ass shit I find like thrifting at. But it was just this like fucking little like emerald looking thing I found that reminded me of
that shit. Look cool.
Reminded me of The Hobbit with that red fucking like that like red crystal or like the eyes of the dragon. It just reminded me of shit like that, and it just clicked at me. And then I seen this too. And it was like reminded me of like fucking a bow and arrow or like something like that, like bike type shit. And I got that. Earrings, fucking swords. I had to get those. I have samurai swords at home too.
Oh, that's cool.
But just like little things that like catch my eye like that, I grab it. Don't matter if it costs expensive or cheap, which I always usually just go for cheap anyways, because again, usually when you buy something expensive, it's the name brand behind it, not the fucking shit it's made with.
And I peeped that you posted about the Dark Knight and shit. Is that like, what are some of your other favorite movies and shit? I'm assuming Dark Knight's one of your favorite, right?
Decent, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Batman. The Christian Bale was phenomenal in those Batmans, but for me it was always like fucking Spider-Man, like Wolverine. Those really fucking got me because like it felt like the characters spoke a lot like to me, like through like circumstances and like emotions and how they interpreted their feelings. That shit kind of slapped for me. But like I mean even but I'd say like the biggest movie for me is like Good Will Hunting. That one's probably one of my favorite fucking movies.
Sorry,
Bro.
I just tuned in, but yeah.
But literally, yeah.
What's that one about? Which one was that?
You never seen it?
I'm not sure. To remind me
Dude, it's
what
with Robin Williams. He plays a therapist, and it's fucking
So good.
well, no, I'm fucking Matt Damon, right?
Damon, yeah.
Matt Damon. He plays this troubled kid who's smart as fucking hell and could have went to college, but he was a janitor at this college and just like mentally he's like so smart to where he sees mad therapists to where he's fucking mind fucks them and like to where no one will fucking take him in, and he just outsmarts them, and then he meets Robin Williams to where sees right through him, and he fucking tries to bullshit him, and they fucking fight, blah blah, and then they end up like creating a special ass fucking bond, and it was a beautiful ass fucking film.
Never seen this.
And that too, that shit reminded me like a lot about myself too. It's just like people are trying to be there for you, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to like say shit to purposely get you the fuck out of my life.
It's one of those movies that everyone's gonna watch it and everyone's gonna take something completely different out of it, but it's so powerful.
Yeah,
there's a movie that I feel exactly what you just described with is Synecdoche, New York, or Syndicate, New York. Nobody ever knows about it. Every time I fucking bring it up, it's directed by Charlie. It's directed by Charlie Kaufman, same guy who did I'm thinking of Ending Things, that popular shit that was on Netflix. Tap in with Synecdoche, New York. That literally is the pinnacle of movies. I don't think movies can get any physically better than what that movie is. It's about like just life and death, and it's amazing, spectacular.
That was like Donnie Darko. You ever heard of that movie?
I feel like
With
I have
Jake
heard
Gyllenhaal.
of it. I don't think I've seen it.
That was
though.
a fucking.
Is that how you
weird
say that
twist.
name? Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, I always say Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, no,
sorry.
You good, bro?
I've just never
worry
known
about it.
how to pronounce it at all, so I'm gonna start saying that because I've just never. I can recognize the name when I read
How
it.
did you hear them say it?
I don't know. I have no idea how to say it. I just always heard the
Gyllenhaal.
name.
He says Jake Gyllenhaal.
Sorry, that cleared up a lot for me.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Super good.
You know what's funny too? Hey,
That was called Nightcrawler Night Watch.
you heard the movie Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me how my fucking dumbass didn't even look it up to see what the definition was, because it didn't tell me what fucking happens.
What do you mean?
In the movie,
Yeah.
it's about like two fucking good ass friends, they're like cowboy type dudes, and they go into the fucking woods, and they end up being fucking like boy lovers.
Oh shit. Okay.
To where I'm like fucking, I was like that. Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal and fucking what's his name that plays the Joker?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
this is gonna
Jared
be
Leto?
yeah, no,
Heath
the other Heath Ledger.
Oh,
Yeah,
that one.
and I was
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
bet, this is gonna be two cowboys. Fuck yeah, I'm watching it. Like 40 minutes in, my roommate comes in and goes, bro, you know like this is like a love story about these two? And I was like, what the fuck you telling us? Like, no, they're cowboys. And he's like, no, like they go in the woods and fuck each other. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that was like the ending. That was like the whole part. I was like, so I was gonna go through 2 hours just to find out that they end up fucking each other. Yeah, that fucking Office show is pretty funny. That dude is serious all the time.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the Office. Like,
That's kind
I
of.
know the Office show. But I was saying like the Office show. I knew it was Parks and Rec. That's fucking
Oh,
Delta
okay,
loves
yeah.
that show.
Yeah. No, I love both of those shows.
That's kind of what happened with me. I looked up. Sometime I was bored as fuck when I was chilling with my brother, and we looked up Oscar or Grammy winner. What is it? It's Oscars. Oscar winners for that year, and the one that won was like Moonlight. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I watched.
I started watching that. I started watching that for like the first like a little bit, and then like they get into it. I'm like, oh shit,
The same thing happened to me. Like the way, like you just hear, it's like, oh, it won the fucking award. Like this must be a really good movie. I've never heard of this movie. What is this movie? You watch it. It's about a fucking gay guy again.
in the
It was
hood.
like-
But it was good though. It was really good.
It was really good because you didn't know until the very end of the movie.
I'd say like 3/4.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
there was hints.
There was undertones.
yeah, you see, you go,
Well, like it didn't make it clear.
You're getting like mad. You just go, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. What did I just watch?
I wish we had another camera to
Yeah,
check out out of the
because
seat.
you're fucking with it. You're like, yo, I fuck with this movie heavy. And you're like, wait, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Oh shit!
I totally forgot about that movie. I watched it one time and I was like, I'm gonna never watch that again. Like,
It was good though for what it
was
like
really good.
in terms of especially like what a lot of that media I feel like is shoehorned in. I don't know if we gonna include this, but a lot of that media feels like shoehorned and forced into a lot of shit. Like nowadays, like look at that She-Hulk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
like,
like
why
that,
is Megan Thee Stallion in there fucking
Right.
in the office showing out her fucking
right?
twerk?
So the
why is she twerking?
Moonlight shit. I don't know. I feel like that's good like representation for that community. You know what I'm saying?
Why
all
is a
things
big
considered.
green ass shaking in a corporate office building?
Honest to God.
explain that to me, Marvel.
She freed the abomination to go shake ass with Meg Thee Stallion.
That's crazy.
You know, there's actually, it's completely off topic, not really, but to go along with what you were saying about like, you know, PR and like studios, like they have to like fit a certain, like you got to do this to fit the trend.
Yeah.
There's a really good show on HBO right now called The Franchise, and it's basically, the premise of the show is it's a movie studio that makes superhero movies, and it's just like about like all the fucking bullshit that goes on to trying to make these movies. But they're literally the movie studios called Maximum Studios, so like Marvel Studios, and like they're ripping off all the characters. They're trying to show like what the fuck's been going on with Marvel, and like, why shit has been so weird.
But they're telling it through like a different
through a television
way.
series. It's really, really good.
Huh.
If you have HBO, I would highly recommend it.
That was like The Boys. Dude, The Boys is like
The Boys is fire.
really
The
good.
I've
Boys
only
is
seen the
legit
first
is
season.
an actual reality of what actual superheroes would be like.
Yeah,
You
for
know
sure.
they ain't no good guys. They're just gonna be
Yeah.
killing, murdering, doing all
Well,
that
they would
shit.
get so much
doing
ego
the
from
government
being
shit,
celebrities.
wiping it under the rug.
That too, for
That's
sure.
a really good show. I've only watched like the first and second season.
Cared
I
about
need to
ratings,
really
like you gotta
tap in.
the ratings. You gotta say this, or else your ratings will go down.